Today we're going to take a look at this particular radio. It came to me in this box. And you can see it's an Anytone AT-D578UVIII Plus. We're going to test it for spurious emissions. And there's some rules around that are particular to this radio, and we're going to go over what those are. But before I get started, I did want to say that I was contacted by my friends at Bridgecom, and they asked if I wanted to review this radio. And of course I said yes, because I like to review radios. I like Anytone radios, and Bridgecom seems like good people. So they sent this to me free of charge in exchange for this and other video reviews. If you're the type of special snowflake that is triggered by sponsored content on YouTube, I'd suggest you go watch some cat videos. Let's talk about what makes this radio unique. It operates in the 144 band, or 2 meters. It operates on 225, which is the 1.25 meters band, and the 70 centimeter band. It also does analog and digital DMR. Now what we're going to do is we're going to test for spurious emissions that are out of band and could cause interference and problems for other amateur radio operators or other operators of RF technologies. We're going to do this in accordance with the FCC rules. Now the FCC rules govern all the way up through 1.25 meters or 225 megahertz. So we're going to test this on 2 bands, 2 meters and 225. Also, there's some rules for radios that transmit above 25 watts, which this one does on 2 meters. So there's some special considerations that we're going to need to take a look at. Here we are taking a look at the rules, and it says the mean power of any spurious emission from a station transmitter or external RF power amplifier transmitting on a frequency between 30 and 225 megahertz must be 60 dB below the mean power of the fundamental. So this is one of the rules that we're going to have to adhere to when we look at harmonics from the 2 meter band, because we're going to be operating on 146.52 megahertz at 50 watts and the high power of this radio. So we're going to have to make sure we're 60 dB down. When you have a mean power of 25 watts or less, the spurious emission supplied to the antenna transmission line must not exceed 25 microwatts and must be at least 40 dB below the mean power of the fundamental emission. And down here I have a calculation for 25 microwatts, and that tells you that is negative 16.02 dBm. I am not a NIST certified lab. I'm not a certified engineer. I'm not even an electrical engineer. And I'm using consumer grade equipment like this TinySA to perform these tests. So there are potentially variances, mistakes, or opportunities for improvement in the test methods. I do these tests quite a bit, and they're easily replicated and have been replicated by a number of folks. So I feel pretty confident in the results, but I just wanted to throw this disclaimer out there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to configure this for our test. We're going to begin our test on the 2 meter band. We're going to use a frequency of 146.580 megahertz. So let's just go ahead and get started. What I want to do is I want to activate my menu, and I'm going to go down to measure, and then I'm going to pick harmonic. And this is the right way to do this, despite what you see other people doing. And I'm going to pick 146.580, and I'm going to hit megahertz. The next thing it's going to do, it's going to ask me to set a span. That means my screen is going to be split into various sections. Each section will represent a multiple of our fundamental frequency and look for harmonics on that band. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick 10 megahertz, and that should work just fine for us. So now you can see the screen is divided by blue lines in each one of those multiples of the fundamental harmonic. You can see the values down on the bottom part of the screen. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into level, and I'm going to set my external gain, which is going to be negative 50 times 1, because we have 50 dB of attenuation. Maybe we should have a little bit more, but that's what we got today, and that is what we're rolling with. And it is sorting itself out, and you can see that all of our harmonics have disappeared except for that number 2, which is 56 dB down, and it is below the blue line, so we are okay there. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to go to high, which is 25 watts. So let's go ahead and key up and see what we see. You can hear that fan running. The radio's getting a little bit warm. Everything is below the line, and it's more than 40 dB down, so we are okay there. Let's go ahead and let's go to turbo, which is our 55. So remember, we need to be 60 dB down, and the blue line doesn't matter at this point. We're keying up, and we're giving the TinySA a moment or two to sort itself out. All of our harmonics are disappearing, and they have gone away. The radio is set, and what I'm going to do is I'm on low. We're just going to test this on low and medium because that is the settings in the instruction manual for the power output settings on the 220 or 1.25 meter band. That is going to be 1 watt and 5 watts respectively. So what I'm going to do now is I want to go back and I'm going to go into measure and I'm going to pick harmonic again, and we're going to go 223 megahertz. And then we're going to pick our 10 megahertz for the span. And then what we're going to do is we are going to go to level and we are going to set our external gain of -50 dBm. And then the next thing, the very last thing we're going to do is we are going to go to display, and then we're going to draw our line, our magic line at -16.02 times 1. And there we go. Let's key up and see what we see. We're going to give it a second to calm itself down. And what we see there is a little bit of a spur on the second harmonic. It is more than 40 dB down, but right now it is appearing above that line. Probably not the best thing in the world. It's supposed to be below that. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or recommendations, go ahead and post them below and I'll do my best to respond. As always, thank you for watching.